Hey everybody, welcome back. Today I'm going to show you my progress on building my little emergency food unit. Hey everybody, welcome back. So a while back I got in these Ridge Monkey cans, these Ridge Monkey buckets, and I mentioned that I wanted to set it up so that it's kind of like a little extra emergency food or an emergency food unit. Basically, it's a self-contained everything you could possibly need for meals in an emergency. Now, my application for this would be an extra bucket that I grab and go with. You know, if I'm bugging out by vehicle, or if I'm doing something in a hurry, or there's an emergency or disaster that I may need to respond to at my ham radio club, I can grab this if I think I'm going to be a little bit longer than the food that's in my bug out bag, or my deployment bag, or whatever you might call it for that situation, you know. So I decided I wanted to set up one of these little things to show you guys how easily this can be done. I've been working on adding some Mountain House foods in there and stuff in the bucket. That's just a representation. I'll show you what I have in there. Right now I have a lot of breakfasts in there because that just happened to be what I had extras of. But we'll switch that out to make it a little more balanced. But what I have here is basically everything I need to have food for, say, 3 or 4 days. I'm going to show you, I originally thought about using these pouches for water, okay? The problem with these pouches is they're very small. They're 4.2 fluid ounces. Most Mountain House entrees take two cups of water. This is half a cup. So I may keep these 4 in here, and I got these over at the Outpost in town. If you guys are local, you know where that is. I may keep these 4 in here just to have as extra drinking water. But I think what I'm going to go with are these bottles. All right, this is 2.5 cups or 2.5 cups. So it may be a mix of the two, you know, because these are kind of heavy. But what I want to do is be able to have enough water in there to cover all of my food for, say, 2-3 days. Now, I'm not worried about water for drinking. Water for drinking will be taken care of in something else. And I always keep a 3-gallon container of water in my vehicle, as well as water bottles, whatever else. And if I was heading into an emergency or evacuating due to a disaster, you bet I'd have more water than just 3 gallons in there. So the water here really is only to hydrate the food, okay? And we're going to be adding more in the future. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring you up close and show you what I have so far. This isn't, you know, this is a kit in works here. It's not done yet. So I'm going to show you what I have so far, and show you how it's going to fit in there. And if you remember, I'll show you under here, these are 2 little boxes. I'm not sure I'm going to keep those in there because it kind of takes away some space for packing. But I may keep them in there, it all depends. So what I'm going to do is, I have this other stuff here. The food's been in there forever. I have this other stuff here that I'm going to be adding today. I'm going to show you what it looks like and see if it's a feasible idea to just have a way to grab maybe an extra 2 to 3 days worth of food, water, and everything ready to go. And the water, again, is for hydrating. It's not for drinking. Ready to go out the door if you're in a situation where you think your bug out bag food may not be enough. So let's bring it up close and I'll show you what's in here. All right, so this is everything that was in that bucket food-wise. And there was still a good, you know, gap there for the other stuff. Again, water is going to be the issue to hydrate this stuff. And putting MREs in here I really didn't want to do. And you're still going to need a little bit of water to use the flameless ration heaters. So I figured, you know, this is the way I want to set this up, but you guys can set this up any way you want. If you decide you want to use MRE entrees, you could pack them into this bucket over here real tightly, you know, and you could just maybe put a couple of these in there and you can have that set up for there. But this is going to be like an emergency grab and go food kit for maybe, I'm going to be a little bit longer than a day or 2 with my food in my bug out bag. At least for me it is. This is also a really cool way to be able to store in limited space. With a bucket and a little bit of supplies in there, you know, you're good here for, 3 days worth of food. You got a way to cook it. This is a little stove. I got some waterproof stormproof matches, a pot, and that's basically all you need. Just a pot to boil the water in, and a little bit of Coleman fuel. Now, if you were storing this for a longer term, maybe I'd do 2 of these. Maybe one would be heavy on food. The other would be maybe an extra one of these and heavy on water. The stove itself, pretty simple. You've seen me review this one. It's just that big wide burner that screws together. It's, it's not ultralight, but it certainly works for my purposes. This just screws together here, like that, if I can get it threaded correctly. Okay, there you go. So I mean, you know, it's a real simple thing. Nothing fancy here. It's just an idea to kind of have a little bit of extra food. Say, you know, if you have to evacuate quickly, if you don't have a lot of storage space and you live in an apartment and maybe you want to conceal your preps a little bit, you can put these in Rubbermaid tubs and put something over them, and boom, you got a nightstand or an end table, or you know, put a little thing over them, and no one will know. So what we're going to do is I'm going to try to put all this back in the bucket. And again, these are the little boxes I was telling you about. They come with 2 of these on the top. I'm not completely sold on them for using them for this application. They're really awesome for other things, but for this application, I'm really not sure. So I'm going to try to put everything in there. And with the food, I want to show you how I do this. Now again, this is kind of heavy on breakfasts. I just kind of grabbed what I could grab to stuff in there because I have a lot of extra breakfasts. But we're going to be rotating this a little bit and changing things out. So I'm going to be stacking it like this. You notice how one side is heavy here and one side's large here? They kind of fit together. So that's how I'm going to be stacking this stuff in there. So let me get it in the bucket and show you what it looks like once it's done. I'm not entirely sure I can get all this in here, but we're going to try. So give me a minute to do that. Well, I managed to get it all in there. I did realize in my previous picture, my previous video when I was talking to you, I had this bottle in there. That was not part of the shot. This is my water bottle. However, if I had to put a couple of big ones in there, it would fit. Actually, that's not a bad idea. Put a couple of big ones with the small ones and you'll have enough water. So again, yes, I need a little bit more water storage and I need a way to do that, but it all fits in there pretty well. I was really amazed, all the food. I'm going to take this out to show you how I got the food in there. I'm just going to take the top layer off with the supplies so you can see how I kind of put the food in there. I know you can't see the stuff I'm taking out, but that's okay because I want to show you the inside and how I stack the food. So you can get a lot of freeze-dried food in a bucket like this. It's all kind of neatly put in there except for the top 2. Those are the matches. So it is, I mean, if you just wanted to make one of these completely food, and another one completely water bottles, and another one, say, all your cooking gear and camping gear, you know, you could do that. You could have 3 or 4 of these in your house, stack them up, put them in the corner of a closet, or like I said, even put like a cover over them and put them in the corner of a living room. If you live in a really small space and you've got some emergency food and water storage put away. It's not ideal. It's not anywhere near enough for a really long-term disaster, but it's not too bad. So I'll kind of back up there and show you. So yeah, you got all your food in here. Definitely need more water. Oh, and I have the water blocks in here too. I forgot those. These guys here. Definitely going to need more water or a way to store more. And I think my kind of accidental idea of sticking a couple of these big bottles in there would actually be pretty cool. So in short, it's a way to grab something with a little bit of extra food and water, run out the door, or during an emergency, grab it and you got food, you got a way to cook it, you got everything in one place. Like I said, you can do these separately, you can do them individually. One could be just food, one could be just water, one could be just cooking supplies, one could be just first aid. I do plan on getting another one of these and doing a first aid bucket too, because with my CERT group, if they call us out for some kind of mass casualty event or something and they need help, I just want to have more supplies than what they gave me in that bag when I first took the course. You know what I mean? I want to be able to have a little bit more on me. And I may need them for myself too, so it's not entirely, an altruistic thing. I need those supplies for myself too in a different type of an emergency. So anyway, that's my idea for my little food storage bucket. It's kind of a self-contained, everything ready to go system. I'm shooting this video a little early because I wanted to make sure you guys got a video on Friday, because we're going to be really busy Friday. I'm probably not going to be able to shoot a video. So you're going to see this Friday, but it was shot early. But I do hope you enjoy it. And don't forget to check out our contest that we're having. Go back one video. If you're watching this 3-4 weeks from now, 2 years from now, the contest isn't still on, no. But don't forget to check it out. And don't forget to check out our Amazon store down below. All this stuff you can pick up on Amazon very, very easily. I wouldn't buy the water on there. I'd just buy that. These are kind of expensive on Amazon. The cases of them are like $53 or something, or $47. If I hadn't seen these and picked up a few, I may not have included them in this kit. I think basically plain old water bottles will be just fine for this. I don't think it's really a problem. You just got to make sure you check them, because I notice here, you know, because we're at a higher altitude, they will kind of suck in after a while and squeeze together. So you got to just check on them, maybe rotate them out once a year. Other than that, you're good to go. So yeah, check out our Amazon store. All the stuff can be bought on Amazon. Almost everything I have here, the stove, the cook pot, everything can be bought on Amazon. And you can just follow that link down below. Check them out. If you don't see anything in the store you like, just shop as you normally would. It really helps out our channel. Don't forget to check out our Olight store. Our Olight link down below. Don't forget to check out our Thrive Life store as well. Something like this you could use with Thrive Life too in the pantry cans. You could stack it full of Thrive Life food. So it's definitely a good place to get started on your food storage. Anyway, folks, thanks for watching. Stay safe and stay prepared.